Imagine for a moment that your child's been critically injured, that a loved one is undergoing treatment for cancer, that your spouse needs an organ transplant. Now imagine that the best possible care is in Richmond, but you live miles away in another city or another state. You need to be in Richmond. Where do you stay? Perhaps you're fortunate and can afford to stay at a hotel or have friends or relatives who can offer support during your crisis. But for many families, that is not an option.
The Hospitality House is here to provide a refuge for people who are going through any kind of medical crisis, who need a place, who need a support system. That's what we are, a support system for the people who need us.
Looking at this and seeing what they can supply to this city, it's just a wonderful, wonderful deal, and I'm real passionate about it because I've seen the need for it firsthand.
The Hospital Hospitality House does a wonderful job here in Richmond, and specifically for the VCU Health System, in that they provide a wonderful set of services to aid families and patients, many of whom come from great distance to seek the services at the VCU Health System, through providing a safe and comfortable home setting during their stay. Again, for families as well as for patients, they frequently stay there for extended periods, access the services of Hospitality House. As an institution, we work hand in glove with them in meeting the needs of patients and families who come here for our services.
The Hospital Hospitality House originally was started early in the 80s to just house the relatives of patients in the hospital.
That's why they started the first house, and it was there for 10 years until healthcare in the early 90s started changing and there became a need for a place for patients to stay as well as for family members.
The Hospital Hospitality House concept from the very beginning was to have a place where people would feel comfortable when they were undergoing a very stressful situation.
So in 1994, they bought this building. It was an old Days Inn in bankruptcy, and set about renovating it and trying to make it an old hotel feel as much as possible like a home.
We have a transplant floor because transplant patients need special things.
The VA center here accepted Paul onto their liver transplant list.
They have to be very sterile in their environment and have particular dietary constraints, and the kitchen's got to be kind of off limits to everybody except them because their immune system is pretty much depleted in waiting for transplant.
When you're here long term, it means everything. It really does. I sleep well here. You feel really good about the security here going in and out. It's very clean. It's always clean, which means a lot.
You know, they try to treat you like royalty around here.
We have a designated floor for pediatric patients and their parents. It has two components. One is for pediatric transplant patients and their parents. The other side is for children who come from third world countries through International Hospital for Children and need surgeries. Each of those sides of the building is equipped with a kitchen, a play area, a learning center, and we have several rooms that are equipped with cribs in the event that we have infants.
We have been here for 6.5 weeks. He has a G-tube. He's G-tube fed, so he isn't getting the amount of calories he needs by mouth. So they're teaching him to eat and enjoy eating.
Richmond's Hospital Hospitality House is the largest hospitality house in the United States that operates on donations only. Close to 7,000 guests use the facility each year, referred by area hospitals, physicians, and social workers. With over 100 rooms, the 8-story former commercial hotel property is a statement to the generosity and compassion of the Richmond community, including corporate donations, individual support, and the caring work and commitment of scores of volunteers. The value of the lodging, food, and caring staff to support those who are in the midst of a medical crisis and other services is immeasurable.
We don't ask for a whole lot of money to stay here. It's basically, it's a donation. If you can't afford to pay, you don't pay. But if they can't pay it, then they still stay here.
We believe that the value of our services for our guests is somewhere between $75 and $100 a day if they were to stay in a comparable facility and have meals provided and a place to do their laundry and the other amenities that we offer here at the Hospitality House.
The rooms are all decorated differently, so they don't look like sterile hospital environments and they don't look like sterile hotel environments either.
One of the things about the Hospitality House that our donors particularly like is that every penny that they donate to the house stays right here in Richmond in this facility to support our guests.
The staff of this house and the volunteers are exactly what makes this tick.
He picks me up when I call him, he's always there. When I need him, he's always there.
The board members simply make sure there's some dollars in place. It's the staff and the volunteers that make sure those dollars are put to good use.
And the people themselves are such a support group for one another. And this is the very basic concept of hospitality house.
We're averaging as many as 150 people a night staying here in our 112 guest rooms. We want to be sure that those rooms are here and that this facility is as comfortable and clean and welcoming in the future as it is now.
The house, the staff, and the board are working very hard to build the endowment. We want to make sure that the house is here for the future and for those clients for years to come.
I feel so lucky that we did find the Hospitality House, and I'm actually going to recommend to everyone I know that they send donations here because I know that that's how they run, and it's just such an amazing place for people that are head over heels with medical bills and can't afford to stay anywhere else.
It's just home.
It's become home. It has. It has.
Hospitality House asks only for a minimum donation from its guests to help with the costs of maintaining these facilities. For information about how you can help the Hospitality House, please call or visit our website.